Yeah, I bet you would.
Item number 21 is City Council reports. Councilmember Buckland.
Had a attended SASA meeting talking about our feral cat issues within our community and looking at a ordinance dealing with a no feed and spay neuter for feral cats, trying to control the population. There'll be more out on that in the future. Attended the Veterans Day Parade with the mayor and Mr. Dukes. He was in an old car and we were in a much newer vehicle. But I had the honor of driving the mayor in our in the Yuba City police car, the 53 Ford, and I think that the citizens out there must have taken about 2,000 pictures of the mayor as he was waving and doing his thing out there. So it was a lot of fun. We had a blast doing it. Attended SACOG board of directors meeting. Just really the primary thing that went on there is our metropolitan transportation plan workshops that have been going on. We looked at a lot of the data coming out of that, and I will tell you that Yuba City and Yuba County both achieved far more positive results from our community members in those workshops and from the surveys that were taken regarding transportation and all the other issues. If you want more on that, certainly come talk to me about it. Chamber After Hours, Sutter Community Bank down on Plymouth Street was celebrating its 8th year in business. Attended that along with other members of the city. Mr. Gale was there with his 3 kids. Pretty cheap way to feed your kids on a Thursday night, huh? And also attended the ribbon cutting for the new Toyota facility. Remarkable facility, wonderful turnout from our community, and look forward to what that dealership does in the future. But in talking to them, buy your Toyota in Yuba City because they will have 1,000 more available to choose from over the course of a year. That's what their allotment has been kicked up as a result of their new location.
Thank you. Councilmember Mond.
LAFCO hasn't met for a few months. I'm still on LAFCO. That if you don't want to go to meetings, that's the committee to be on.
I think they're meeting in 2 weeks.
I think the last time LAFCO met it was 9 months ago.
Oh wow!
Due to no items. And the housing authority's been busy. It's been growing. It came from Sutter Housing Authority to Nevada Sutter, then to Nevada Lusa, then to Sutter Lusa Yuba, and so it's always interested in buying properties and finding better housing alternatives. And that committee is busy, and sometimes we meet twice. I missed out on a lot of these wonderful street events in our community. I had a flu, so I didn't want to increase the doctor's business, so I stayed at home at a lot of these events. Maybe next week on there, let me know where the free food is. I guess other than that, that's
Perfect. Councilmember Stark.
I have agreed to yield my time to the vice mayor.
So nice of you, Vice Mayor Dukes.
Is this your last night?
I think it's his last night and he wants to get out of here, but no. He saw the list I had here, so that's probably why, but I'll go quickly through it. Attended the Veterans Day Parade and honored our veterans in the community, and it's an honor to be able to do that, and it's great to see the community turnout for that event each year, and it seems to be growing. Attended the SASA meeting. The Tour Day delegation left, I guess a week ago Wednesday. Had the opportunity to be here and to see them off. Sabufka Finance meeting, Sabufka meeting, Mosquito Vector meeting, Gilsizer meeting, and Toyota ribbon cutting. And then last Thursday had the pleasure of attending the Happy Landings Home for the Holidays Christmas event for the spouses at Beale Air Force Base. We bring them into the community. Normally that event takes place on the base, but once a year we bring them to Hillcrest Plaza and had, I believe, about 120 spouses. and it was amazing to see the outpouring from our local businesses that nobody went home empty-handed. They went home with huge gift bags and a lot of other gifts that were given away during the event, and it's just nice to be able to honor the spouses of Beale Air Force Base at this time of the year.
120. Those were individual spouses of someone else, right?
Correct.
Oh.
Yes.
You're great. Yeah. Thank you. I was also able to attend a Veterans Day parade with my chauffeur here. We did have a hit car. This is the first time I think we've used a police car, and we did have a great time turning the alarm on or the sirens on and off.
Do you ever turn
Yeah.
that siren off? I think it was on the whole day.
Well, that's the only way to get the attention out there in that parade. But you know, it was a wonderful parade, and it is a thank you to all the veterans because we forget because of their sacrifices, the freedoms that we have. And it was nice to see our local folks from Beale Air Force Base there as well, and just tons and tons of people that were able to go up and say thank you, and just to see their faces light up. And I thought that was very, very nice. And I think, like the CEO of Starbucks said it, he goes, Veterans Day, we forget what the real meaning is. Most of us, we think about Veterans Day sales. And when you start putting it that way, you go, well, it's sad that they tie that. It's great, but we all forget what the true meaning of Veterans Day is. So I did want to thank all the veterans once again for everything that they've done for us. We did also attend the same meetings, Sutter Buttes flood agencies and finance committee meetings, and those are all committees that we all serve on, continue to do. One of the things that we were able to do this Sunday down in West Sacramento at the Sikh Temple with Council Member Buckland and with our City Manager Steve Krager, Darren Gale, along with other dignitaries. Governor Brown was at the temple, and he was able to honor Didar Baines, who's a long time resident of our city of Yuba City, a long-time farmer, for all of his contributions that he's done. And Didar, as many of you know, has been great friends of Governor Brown's father, Edmund Brown, and then has been very politically been connected with Jerry, Governor Brown. And so we got some pictures there. I was able to attend a meeting with him one-on-one with other people within the room. There's Didar Baines visiting with him one-on-one, and Santi, Didar's wife, who's my uncle and my aunt. And then, of course, be able to stand right next to him and chit-chat a little bit about him. I did invite him to Yuba City to tour our wonderful, largest slurry wall project in the western United States that's happening. And he kind of looked at me. I said, Governor, I'd love to invite you to Yuba City and come and see. And he waits and he pauses. He goes, I didn't get a lot of votes from Yuba City. So, yeah. So it's amazing how they kind of keep that in the back of their mind, like, Yuba City, I didn't get a lot of votes. But, Didar was honored. So it's kind of nice to see that being recognized by the governor and get a chance to visit with him one-on-one. And he's known Didar for such a long time. And when Didar was ill for a while in the hospital, he actually made 2 visits to the hospital to sit with him and just chat one-on-one. And that's the kind of ear that Didar's got with the governor, so which is kind of nice because they did talk about water issues as well for storage and stuff for California. So kudos to Didar, and appreciate Governor Brown coming out and visiting with them there as well. In addition to that, tomorrow at 2:30, Kingsbury has a ribbon cutting for their expansion project, and that's off of Eppley Drive, I believe, or Burns? Burns, okay, Burns. And that's a project that was constructed pretty quickly, and it was done by Kurt Helbers Incorporated, which is all legal, local stuff, and their expansion of some of the jobs they have are high-paying jobs. So that's going to be tomorrow at 2:30 on Burns Drive, so if you can come out and do that. So in addition to that, obviously I want to thank, of course I'll save a lot of my comments for here a couple of weeks from now, but Councilmember Starkey, yeah, it's been a pleasure working with you for these past 2 years, and I know you're excited to get off and go home and do that, but it's truly been a pleasure. And Councilmember Mon, same thing. I appreciate both of you guys' professionalism, and yeah, exactly. Tell it the way it is, but no, I really appreciate that. So I want to thank both of you since you guys are leaving off, and officially as your last meeting here tonight. I know we have a ceremonial meeting. What's that?
Is it over?
Yeah, we're trying to get this thing over and gone with, but with that, I want to thank you guys and thank everyone for taking the time and being here today with us. With that, meeting is adjourned.
88.